You're wrong. Ha! Eat shit. Wrong!
What?
Did you hear what Ms. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changed her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Rebel, rebel, rebel.
Order, 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 6 times order already.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Oh, God.
Bonus trial.
Very well. My FA, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did that. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Okay, bye. Maya?
Also, if I come back as Mia, does that count?
No one will recognize you.
I care not for this melodrama.
Well, you're in the wrong game, my dude.
Listen well, Mr. Wright.
You sure it's not Mr. Wright?
I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm not battering your witnesses, you dipshit. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in there or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That was just a real quick question.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
Was it? Was it Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what about the other man? Fuck you!
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can.
Mr. Wright, I have to what?
Oh yeah, this is the part where we have to be careful about, we can only press the thing with the contradiction.
Oh, okay. Damn it, that's it? I think I lost. I don't know if I can find anything. What would Maya say? There isn't like another one. There's.
Oh, I guess you just have to press, don't press, just present.
Okay, it's definitely Misty Faye's photo, right?
Yeah.
It's this, or no, I'm sorry, it's this, right? Because it's like, you can't see shit.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Hey, look at this picture, you can't see nothing. Got you. Fucking got you.
Gotcha.
Got you, Miss Hart. Gotcha. Finally.
What? You got what?
You, listen. Well, look at this photograph.
Every time I do it makes me laugh. The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see in the photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on that boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What? What?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Wait a minute. Judge! Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma.
Take that.
How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart.
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstance of your sighting. I did it.
Hooray.
I finally found the hole in Mr. Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits.
Southern people, ladies and gentlemen.
So, Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Shu Takumi saw Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob and was like, I need that character in my game.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
You used binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good.
Because binoculars make it less foggy.
That's true.
That's science.
That's just science. So, am I allowed to press?
I'm not sure.
So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me.
Aw, I love you.
So, oh wait, that's not even a line we're reading. Your Chimera?
Yeah, it's got an automatic.
No, it doesn't.
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained. Ah, he's not letting me answer any of my questions. Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope and not binoculars for that? Gotcha! Nailed it. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Okay, so this is a part where if we press further and this is the wrong line of questioning, we'll be penalized.
Okay. Is this the wrong line of questioning?
I don't know. I mean, we could back off and then go through the rest of her testimony and then go back if we need to.
Okay. Okay, Your Honor. I withdraw my question. I have to remember who I'm dealing with. I bet Von Karma wants to trap me so he can put me in a contempt. I think I'll hang back for now and see what happens.
Ha!
Is that what I just... Okay. Hold it. Hey, wait a minute. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change all that?
What do you mean?
I know how binoculars work. Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him.
I did, yeah.
Well, fucking how?
Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many unkarmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do.
Okay, yeah, so let's go back to that one. Press it further.
Oh, that was the whole thingy?
Yeah.
Binoculars, yeah, binoculars. You have
Binoculars.
What are you talking about? What are binoculars? Camera? Yeah, the camera. Do you think the camera? What about the camera? Tell me about this camera! This is a make it or break it time. The camera was of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps, the key to this case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Phoenix in a nutshell.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
But I found it. I found the contradiction. Do I have to press this one?
Yeah.
Bullshit. No. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing.
Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight.
Har.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Oof.
Now wait a minute! Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. Grr. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out the lake, camera was set up to take meteor pictures.
Bullshit, no it wasn't, you idiot.
Loud noises.
Dumb.
Meteors are so loud.
Meteors are quiet unless they're gonna hit Earth. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
Say as who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera up to take pictures of the stars, Miss Hart.
Oof.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was why. The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence!
She was hunting for cryptids!
Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart? Gordy, right? Mm-hmm. Wait, what's in the hell is this here? Ooh, a gun. He's hunting for Misty Faye. Gordy! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. Watch this, a newspaper article. Gordy. What? The sighting of Gold Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove I was down the lake trying to get a photograph of this, Gordy.
I have proof of this, right?
Isn't it just the camera again because of the noise thing?
That's what I assumed. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. Here is the proof that... Whatever, who cares? Lotta's camera. This is proof. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set up to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, the photograph here was taken when the gun fired on the lake. They tried to kill the lake that day. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when he emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order! I see. I, too, thought it was a little strange.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah.
Ah, nailed it.
Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart?
Case closed. Edgeworth is innocent. And therefore, Edgeworth is innocent.
So, smart boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me.
Why did you lie about this?
So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness who is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer.
Can we still trust this witness? I mean, come on, Judge.
Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Cross my heart and hope to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before.
What, did we listen to different testimonies?
Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim that the defense is right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karm is up to something. I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ha! That would be a first.
Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict, and at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Then, what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything.
Highfalutin. An investigative photographer.
Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year. And guess what?
What? What?
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
Excuse me? UFO?
You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. A kind of shaky basis for a career? Is Gordy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah. They even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on a local news rumor of the month show qualifies. Last month's show was on Bigfoot sighted in Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey, they also had a picture of it in the newspaper. For real.
For real?
For real?
Mr. Wright, this one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera?
Yep. Borrowed it from a friend at university. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang...
It snaps a shot.
Yep.
How many pictures has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was that night.
Oops. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if word got out about what I was up to, Blake be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop.
Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually. Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
It's super relevant, dude. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of bang was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected.
There wasn't much else to look at.
Yep.
I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there.
I want hush puppies.
I haven't had hush puppies in a long time.
Me either. Hold it! Wasn't there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time?
Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. Nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was out on the shore neither.
I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Oops. So, the part where it's like... Is it this one that was weird?
I would say that one or the one with the flash.
Oh, the last one you mean?
That one. Like, do we see a flash in the picture?
Would the camera really capture... The camera wouldn't capture the flash, though.
I don't know, it depends on how quickly it responds to the sound.
Well,
but,
the light travels
yeah.
there before the sound does. I mean...
Well, is the picture of the first bang or the second bang?
I don't know. You have to ask her that. I assume it's the second bang, because it was taking it... Oh wait, yeah, 12:15, but I don't really know. We can look at it. But I mean, there's not much to look at.
Right.
AC Dewey.
AC Dewey. I don't know, I just found it a little suspicious that she talked about a flash. But maybe not.
Well, I don't know either. I just know that when we pressed this, Phoenix said evidence time.
That's true. I guess with that one, he did even say that it's just weird that she's looking at the boat instead of looking around for Gordy.
Right.
So I guess we could present Gordy again?
How do we save?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Boop. Save's coming, Phoenix Wright. Okay. I guess I'm looking at let's look at this overhead map real quick. Maybe this is... Doesn't look like anything helpful is on that right this second. There's a bullet, there's a gun, that's not useful. Gordy article, probably useful. Misty Faye, probably not. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like, oh, there's 1 bullet, 2 shots, man.
Yeah.
That could be a thing, but I don't know. I don't know if the camera's a thing, not the attorney's badge. So I think there's like, I don't know, a handful of stuff it could be, but I'm gonna go with, I guess this one.
Okay. Hooray.
Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would.
What you trying to say?
You're a weirdo. You're in an Ace Attorney game, so you're inherently a weirdo. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give it a second. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Ah.
Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through the binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a little bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was just, I thought I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took the photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what?
C2 says, well, we were gonna charge you with perjury, but since you apologized, it's okay.
Wait a second.
The judge in every attorney game.
My flashbacks. She even had the photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but you should see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it?
What do you think, Phoenix?
I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse, double prison.
Oh man. We're gonna figure out what to do right after a quick break.